All right, looks like we're good to go now. Had a bit of a hiccup there. Sorry, folks. But looks like we are good to go now. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all having a good night tonight. Welcome to Wednesday Night Hockey. Look at that. We were going to start a minute early, had some tech issues, and now we're 2 minutes late. But hope you are all doing very well this evening. As always, I'm Ray Carcillo, and tonight we are taking on the Washington Capitals, Dallas Stars, Detroit Red Wings, and again, those dang New Jersey Devils. So let's get things started here. Let's get things underway. Rangers versus Caps. See how this goes. Colin Miller will get his first start as a Ranger after being traded away from the Sabres. He'll be on the second defensive pairing tonight after an injury to Trouba. Backstrom versus Zibanejad. Face-off won by Mika Zibanejad. Back to Lindgren, now across to Fox. Fox gains the center ice line, gains the zone. Circling, slap shot, and scores! First shot of the game. Rangers lost to the Caps last week 5-3. So Adam Fox quickly, first shot of the game, top of the slot. Above the left circle, actually, I'd say. 9th goal of the year. I believe that's his 50th point of the year. What's up, 31B? What's up, SVXTZ? Look at that. We're already up 1-0. First shot of the game from Lindgren and Zibanejad. Adam Fox, his 9th of the year. Face-off won by Washington. Ovechkin now. Cross ice to Carlson. Down to Backstrom. Down low. Tries to jam it home. Short side save by Fleury. Finds it. Puts it in the corner for Lindgren. Pass up to Panarin now. Panarin gets out of the zone. Gains the center ice line. Moving into the offensive zone and across the left side. Putting on the brakes. Circling now. Panarin still circling. A bit of a scoring drought. 31B was actually first. Bono, you're third. Shot saved by Fleury. GLZP was good. Had pizza tonight, so happy about that. Backhand shot saved by Fleury. And I'm doing all right. 31B had a busy day at work today. Panarin in, shot saved by Lundqvist into the corner. Carlson gets it there in the far pie slice. Now sends it up to Ovechkin on the breakout. Ovechkin checked hard by Fox. Down he goes. Drops to a knee. Panarin sends it back across to Lindgren. Tries to get it out of the zone. As Rangers also mixing up their lines tonight. Strome back on the number 2 line. Ovechkin shot high and wide. Down around it goes. Fox gets it again. Circling behind his own net now. Passing up to Yamamoto. Yamamoto cutting through the middle. Yamamoto on the right side now. Yamamoto shot saved by Lundqvist with the blocker. Kreider fighting forward in the corner, but it kicks to Dillon. Up to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov now down along the left side. Kuznetsov back towards Sprong. Sprong passes to Kuznetsov. Back pass intercepted by Yamamoto. Yamamoto back the other way in the breakout. Gives it to Strome. Across to Kreider. Back to Strome. Shot saved by Lundqvist. Freezes it in the crease with 12 minutes left here in the first. Doing good, J-Mo. How's it going? Wednesday Night Hockey, Luke. That's right. Did you guys hear, by the way, ESPN, SVXTZ, my date is Friday. And no, I am not streaming my date. You guys hear that ESPN got the rights back to, are splitting the rights now with NBC for hockey for the next 7 years, including 4 of the next 7 Stanley Cups? Not sure if you guys heard about that. That was a huge deal as Panic gets taken out. Puck trickles on net towards Fleury, leaves it for Colin Miller. Miller circling behind the net now, passes up to Tyler Johnson. Johnson up to Buchnevich. Back to Johnson. Poked away. Lafreniere gets it. Lafreniere gains the zone now. Circling back to Miller. Across to Hayek. Shot saved by Lundqvist. Easy save as he smothers it against his belly for a faceoff. No, I am not going to stream my date, guys. Good night, Numbano. Take care, buddy. It's a huge deal, Luke. It is indeed a huge deal as Hedel faces off against Eller to the left of Lundqvist. Face-off won by Hedel. Back to Moore. Back to Hedel. Slap shot save with the blocker. Kicks down. Goes over the stick of Lemieux to Van Riemsdyk. Now over to Oshie. Oshie trying to gain the zone. Sends it deep. Is hit hard. Giving chase and getting it is John Moore. Up to Hedel. He's checked off the puck. Gets it back, though, as he fights off with Oshie. Hedel. Pass up to DiGiuseppe. Knocked away. Eller gets the loose puck. Back over to Oshie. Oshie now tries to gain the zone, but can't get by Brendan Lemieux. Lemieux now back the other way on the breakout. Lemieux putting on the brakes. Back towards Moore. Shot blocked, never got through. Actually did trickle on net, but Lundqvist makes the easy save, and he'll freeze the puck. Jacob, we did not sign anyone. We tried to trade away Brendan Smith to open up that spot, but couldn't. We ended up trading for Colin Miller, though, and also Tyler Johnson. Is Miller's shot there? Shot saved by Lundqvist. Second shot saved by Lundqvist. He frees it. Yeah, it probably would 31B, but we're not going to do it. Maybe, J-Mo, maybe. We'll figure it out. Huge deal, Jonathan, is that the NHL and ESPN have signed a 7-year deal. Mike, I have no idea who Jack Edwards is. I probably am, because I never heard of him. So pass up to Wilson now on the left side. Nice check there by Miller. Kicks to Zibanejad. Zibanejad circling his own zone. Gives it over to Hayek. Back to Zibanejad. Zibanejad now gains the offensive zone. Passing back to the point for Hayek. Across the blue line to Colin Miller. Miller lets it rip. Deflected on net. Saved by Lundqvist. Kravtsov now gets the puck circling. Kravtsov now. Shot saved by Lundqvist. Oh, it gets behind him. He keeps out of the net barely. Panarin now circling. Panarin top of the slot. His shot is blocked. Kicks it into the corner. Getting there is Kempny. Kempny against Panarin. Kempny comes away with it. Gets it up to Carl Hagelin. Hagelin now back the other way for Washington. Rangers up 1-0 here late in the first. Down low. Pass back to Kuznetsov. Down low. Shot saved by Fleury as it kicks wide. Yeah, no, I don't know. Kuznetsov gets the rebound and scores. I'm not going to sign him now, Jacob. Yeah, so I'm not a Bruins fan if he's the Bruins broadcaster. Like, Strome versus Kuznetsov now. Kuznetsov, his 21st of the year. Bats down low. Sprong shot saved by Fleury. Sprawling on it. Gives it to Lindgren. He tries to make a pass, but it kicks loose. Kicks behind the net. Coming back now to the point to Carlson. Long shot saved by Fleury. No rebound this time. Fox gets it with a minute to go. Up to Yamamoto. Makes a pass to Kreider. Gets down 2-on-1. Kreider. Strome. Shot is blocked. Kicked on the net. Lundqvist is able to bat it behind his own net in the trapezoid. 20 seconds left. Back the other way now to Panic. Panic makes a move. Down low. Right circle. Poked away there at the last second by the defense. Good job there by the Rangers. Kreider along the left side. Last chance. Slap shot saved by Lundqvist. Might hit him in the mask as the period expires. Yeah, see, the fact that he's a Boston guy means that I would never listen to him. The second they're like, this is the Boston broadcast. Click. Mute. Don't care. What's up, Wolf? How's it going? I'm sorry, Jacob. Yeah, I'm not going to sign Zdeno Chara. Like, I don't have a need for him. At the end of 20 minutes of play here at Madison Square Garden, we're all tied at 1. Rangers out shooting Washington 12-9, out hitting them 4-3. Washington, though, is 1-4-7 faceoffs. What's up, Spud? How's it going? Not signing CC. I'm not signing any of those guys. Guys, there's 18 games left in the season. Our team is locked at this point. We made our trades at the deadline. Zibanejad versus Backstrom. One back to Zibanejad. Lindgren gets the puck. And now is actually going to get the zone. Crosses the blue line. Passing back to Zibanejad. Punching in. Shot saved by Lundqvist all the way into the glove. J-Mo with the Bob Rosses. Bob Ross looking good, J-Mo. Sign a member of the Ninja Turtles. Okay, Mike. No, Jacob. No, we don't need him. Especially on defense. Shot blocked. Actually hit Panarin. Back the other way comes Washington. Fox gets by him. Looked like Ovechkin down low. Knocked off the stick by the defenseman now. Back to the blue line. Long shot. Tried to be deflected. Instead, now Vrana has the puck. Vrana scored a penalty shot goal against the Rangers last week down in Washington. And now skating forward and getting there is Panarin. The wave off the icing across to Kravtsov. And he scores! Kravtsov camping in the slot. Panarin hustling to beat the icing. Kravtsov's 10th of the year. And the Rangers go up 2-1. What a job by Panarin. The refs wave off the icing. Kravtsov goes right to the crease. No chance for Henrik as GLZP gets a dab and Luke gets a hydrate. Yeah, I know 31B in a video game. Strome versus Backstrom. Backstrom wins it to Orlov over to Ovechkin now. Ovechkin gains the zone. Comes down low, powering through defenders. And Alexander Ovechkin does it again. Beating Fleury. No chance for the veteran goaltender as Ovechkin muscles his way past both Ranger defenders there. Miller and Hayek just bounce off the grade 8 like pinballs off a rubber. And that's going to do it. 2-2 here in the second now. Luke gets a posture check. Maybe, Mike. Maybe. Strome versus Kuznetsov. Sign the lowest overall player. No, I'm not going to sign the lowest overall player. Face-off won by Strome. This time Yamamoto gets it out of the dot. Carlson has it knocked away. Miller gets the puck. Rangers get onside. Miller to Kreider. Down to Strome. Oh, and we got ourselves a barn burner as the Rangers answer right back. Ryan Strome. I believe that's his 31st of the year. Indeed it is, from Chris Kreider. And I believe Yamamoto gets the other assist. It's 3-2 New York. J-Mo, I have no idea who the Railroaders are. And I have no idea what you're talking about. Kuznetsov versus Strome in the face-off dot. Yeah, no, Jacob, he's not. Excuse me, Miller gets the other assist. His first point as a New York Ranger. So Colin Miller gets the helper, a second helper. Panic now, cross-ice to Carlson, back to Orlov. Orlov down low, shot saved by Fleury. Hyatt gets into the trapezoid. Long pass up to Kreider. Kreider along the left boards. Pinching in. Kreider back now to Yamamoto. And Yamamoto scores! Kreider drew both defenders. A perfect one-timer to Kyler Yamamoto. And the Rangers are up 4-2. Is that the name of the Yankees AAA team? Mike, sign Yager, free him from exile. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, 31B. Thank you. I didn't realize that that was the name of the Yankees AAA affiliate anymore. I know the Trenton Thunder, but I don't. Are the Trenton Thunder affiliated with the Yankees anymore? Is there even a minor league team? What's up, Nick? The minor leagues, last I heard, weren't playing. Tyler Johnson wins that back to Moore. Sends it across now to Honka. Julius Honka down the left side. Honka slap shot saved by Lundqvist. Gloves it. I think the Yankees AAA team was called something else. Was it the Rail Riders, not the Railroaders? I think there was the Rail Riders. And yeah, now the Yankees, there's the Renegades, who are now the Yankees AA affiliate. As a big check there by John Moore. Back the other way, 3-on-2. Moore, back to Lafreniere, the trailer, and oh, the rookie snipes one from the left circle, doing his best Ovechkin impression. It's 5-2 New York. Right, it's 31B, it is the Rail Riders. That's why I was like, the Railroaders, what? Who? And then there's the Somerset Patriots, who are the Yankees A affiliate. Yeah, the affiliates have changed this year. I don't know, J-Mo. Are they a Philly affiliate now? No, it's you used a different word, Mike. That got banned. Shots say Twitch considers it offensive. Because they consider it offensive, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get in trouble, even though I don't think it's a big deal. Shot saved by Lundqvist, and he holds. You see there, Fox, 50 assists on the year, 9 goals. Thank you, Swaggy. Much appreciated, buddy. You know, I was going to, but then I saw it was $70, Jacob, and I'm like, you know what? NBA, it's a transitional year for NBA because of the new console generation. I'm like, you know what? Maybe next year, because I didn't feel like dropping $70 on it. Long pass to Panarin. Panarin's behind everybody. Panarin, oh! Lundqvist poked it away off his stick. Oh, he got too close to him, and Lundqvist with the active stick there as this shot goes wide. Oh, yeah, J-Mo, yeah. Yeah, it's Washington's offsides. Yeah, I know, Mike. What are you going to do? Nice, Nick. Yeah, I can't wait also for MLB The Show. I'm really looking forward to it. As Strome versus Kuznetsov now. Face-off won by Washington. Panic now down low. Moving in by himself. Shot saved by Fleury in the backhand. Yamamoto gets checked hard, but he leaves it for Lindgren. Lindgren up to Strome. Sprong intercepts. Back the other way. Gains the blue line, surrounded by 3 Rangers, but still controls the puck. Passing back to the slot, saved by Fleury. Leaves it for Yamamoto, but there's a collision there with Sprong. Fox puts it back to Lindgren, and now he sends it up to Strome on the breakout. Gets it forward to Kreider, one-on-one. Kreider shot. Oh, and Chris Kreider, what a backhand. Chris Kreider from right in front of Lundqvist goes on the backhand. That looked like Yari Curry. The ghost of Yari Curry scores. His 30th of the year. Curry, I don't think he's dead, by the way. It's just like shades of him, so I hope he's doing very, very well. For all you old school Edmonton Oiler fans and late 90s New York Rangers. Anyway, Chris Kreider on the backhand. Nick with the hydrate. All right, 31B. Yeah, I know, Mike. Fortunately, there's no Russian Mafia in the video game. April 20th, SVXTZ. April 20th is the release of the show. Kreider's 30th from Strome and Lindgren has made it 6-2 as the Rangers are making up for the 5-3 loss last week against Washington. Miller gets the puck now. Gets it up to DiGiuseppe, up to Hedel on the breakout. Hedel down the left side. Goes to the pie slice, checked hard, loses the puck to Carlson. Poked away there, good job by Hedel on the forecheck, but loses it still to Orlov. Gets it back to Carlson. Carlson circling in his own zone. Still circling, DiGiuseppe being a pest, up to Eller. Eller up to Oshie, TJ Oshie now. Cross pass intercepted by Lemieux, sends it back. Getting there is Hayek, as it almost trickled on net. Hayek sends a pass across Lemieux, poked away at the blue line. Hedel goes back and gets it in his own zone for the Rangers. Back now up to Hayek. Hayek gains the zone. Back to Kravtsov, to Hedel. Backhand shot, save, rebound, cleared away by Carlson. Kravtsov was looking for his second of the night, but couldn't get it. Circling back now, Ovechkin gets it. Back up to Eller. Eller gains the zone, hitting the right circle. Kravtsov picks up the loose puck. Kravtsov back up to Zibanejad. His pass is intercepted by Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk back to Ovechkin. Ovechkin now sends it back to Kempny. Kempny, top of the right circle, only a few seconds left the period. Kempny hit hard from behind. Julius Honka's going to get it. He'll get it out of the zone to Panarin, and that will kill the second period as Panarin throws it towards the net. And actually, they're offsides, and Kravtsov and Van Riemsdyk, the two of them here, they're going to go at it. Oh, the big Russian Kravtsov, he is not happy with the way Van Riemsdyk was talking to Panarin with a second left in the period. And down goes Van Riemsdyk, ripped in half like Wolverine versus the Hulk in the Ultimate Series for you comic book fans out there. Rangers win the fight. They're up 6-2, the second left in the period. Oh, Kovalev. Oh, God, Kovalev was so good. I hated that the Rangers kept trading him. They traded him, they got him back. They traded him, they got him back. As J-Mo gets a dab. Oh, yeah, if you pre-ordered it, you get a week early access, Nick. You're right. Here you go. You got a dab. Yeah, Kovalov was one of my favorites as the faceoffs won by the Rangers as the period expires. At the end of 2 periods of play here at Madison Square Garden, the Rangers 6, the Capitals 2. Rangers out shooting the Caps 21-16, out hitting them 11-9. Washington's won 11 of 19 faceoffs, of course, 5 minutes apiece for fighting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was hard getting him off the ice sometimes, but he was such a good two-way player, man. Like, Zibanejad versus Backstrom now. Yamamoto up to the one line as Kravtsov continues to sit for 5. Fox back up to Zibanejad, has it poked away. Ovechkin gets it at the blue line now. He's checked from behind, but pushes it forward to Backstrom. Backstrom circling, down low, shot saved by Florian Vrana. Now back up to Zibanejad, cross ice to Panarin. Panarin down low, Panarin backhand shot saved by Lundqvist. Again, that he hasn't had a goal in I think it's like 10 games. He's had a few helpers, but the Rangers are wondering when he's going to wake up with that goal-scoring stick. As now shot saved by Lundqvist, and he freezes it in the crease. Panarin knocking on that door. Least favorite sport. Unless it's international play, like the World Cup, probably soccer. Like of the big 5, I mean, I don't know. I don't watch curling or any of those things either, but Strome versus Backstrom, won by Strome, back to Hayek. Hayek shot. Oh, and Libor Hayek with the screen. Hayek scores. I believe that's his 9th of the year. It's 7-2 Rangers. Yeah, excuse me, that's his 5th of the year. My apologies. Yeah, curling is like, okay, whatever. It's on Pro, so we had it on All-Star for a while, and a lot of folks were complaining because there were no goals being scored, because it was, a lot of like 4-3 or 3-2 games. I ended up going 500. I went 3-3 on 6 games on Pro, or All Star, excuse me. So I bumped it back down to Pro because a lot of folks wanted to see more goals, and I was like, okay. I try to give the people what they want. Did the Giants trade Zeitler GLZP? I hadn't heard. Strome versus Backstrom now center ice. I know they were looking to possibly trade him. I hope they didn't just cut him. Up to Backstrom. I know a big Backstrom shot saved by Fleury. You guys gotta remember, the salary cap in football got cut by almost 10% this year. They released him? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I get it's for salary cap reasons, and they want to try and re-sign Leonard Williams, but I don't know. That seems like a mistake to me. Like the Giants need offensive line depth, not to be cutting like probably their best offensive line guy. Vrana's shot blocked by Yamamoto, or one of them anyway. I saw they did tag Williams, but supposedly they're still trying to lock him up for like a 3-year deal. Supposedly they're in contract negotiations to also extend him properly. Shot saved by Fleury. Leaves it for Miller, up to Kreider. Cross now to Strome. Now to Buchnevich. Back towards Kreider. Buchnevich now shot saved by Samsonov, and he'll freeze it with 7.5 gone in the period. Yeah, I saw they tagged Leonard Williams, but I know they are trying to also possibly re-sign him. Yeah, I mean, keep Tomlinson too, but like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the Giants, again, with the salary cap being crunched this year, again, it's got cut by almost $18 million, or it did get cut by $18 million, I think. Down to $182 million. A lot of teams are going to have to there's a lot of guys who are let go today because of salary cap issues. Johnson's shot saved by Samsonov. Tyler Johnson, our big trade deadline acquisition, and he scores from the top of the slot. Johnson pulls the string, and the Rangers are up 8-2. Yeah, I hope they get Watson. Trade Daniel Jones. Trade Saquon Barkley. The 2-point conversion is good, 31B exactly. Put Barkley, a first-round pick, and Jones, and send them to Washington, and and get Watson back in return. And then sign either Galladay, Schuster, or who else got cut today as a receiver? A big receiver got cut today. I forget who. But I would love to see them be I thought about them being a New York Giant. Yeah, they tagged Godwin, his favorite deep threat, I saw. Emmanuel Sanders. Thank you, Nick. Yes, Emmanuel Sanders got cut today by the Saints. If Drew Brees is thinking about coming back for a year, that is not going to help that argument to have him come back. That was one of his bigger targets. I mean, I know he had 750 yards, but like so much potential in Sanders. Yeah, that's not going to happen, Jacob. The Giants are not going to. The Giants' defense, for really the first time in years, in my opinion, is set. Like, do not mess with the defense. As Panic now back the other way. He's hit at the point. Puck kicks loose. Edel now sends it back to Lindgren. But that's a shame. A lot of guys are going to lose their jobs or have to restructure because of the salary cap garbage. But I get it. The NFL lost a lot of money that last year because of nobody in the stands, as Van Riemsdyk is offsides. That's my best offer. I'll throw in a 4th-round pick too. A 1st, a 4th, Barkley, and Jones. Face-off won by Washington. Back to Carlson. Up to Orlov. He'll send it deep. Honka will get it in the trapezoid. Long pass. Bank pass to Buchnevich. Back the other way to Lafreniere. Back across to Johnson. Shot saved by Samsonov. Carlson gets it in the pie slice. Back across now to Hagelin. Dowd now gains the zone for Washington. Down and low. Good interception there by Honka to keep the one-timer from connecting. Lafreniere now back the other way, putting on the brakes. Passing across the crease to Johnson, but Carlson's there to intercept, and up to Backstrom on the breakout. He's checked from behind. Johnson gets the loose puck, circling in the Ranger zone. Back the other way comes Johnson. He's checked hard. Ovechkin gets it. Ovechkin now back the other way, cross ice to Vrana. Vrana coming down low, left circle, knocked off his stick by Honka. Vrana back across to Dillon, taken out by Kravtsov. Big hit by the Rook. Up to Kravtsov, he loses the puck. Dillon gets it back. Dillon now across the blue line. Shot saved by Fleury. Leaves it in the pie slice, but it's intercepted by Ovechkin. Back to Vrana. Vrana circling in front. Good job by Zibanejad in the back check to make sure it didn't get through. Carlson down low. Carlson gets sandwiched between a couple of Rangers. Lafreniere now up to Zibanejad. Zibanejad and Kravtsov. Back to Kravtsov. Shot, and Kravtsov scores! Looked like Samsonov got a piece of it, but it bounced. Actually, Zibanejad got it. It looked like Samsonov did get a piece off a Kravtsov shot, but Zibanejad then banks it in. A weird deflection, but it's a good goal. Exactly, Nick. Made of Gallman will be the running back. J-Mo. Jacob, I'd prefer if you didn't swear. I mean, honestly, we've got enough. Yeah, it looks like actually Zibanejad might have batted that out of midair. That's a weird goal. We'd prefer you not to swear. Once in a while, depending on what it is, we might let it go. But the bot is also set up to not allow swearing. So, because we are listed as a family-friendly channel. So that's part of the reason why. That's why I almost never swear. I limit it. And I also try to warn people, of course, as the Washington's offside whenever we do an M-rated game. "33 seconds left here. Rangers up 9-2. They're really making Washington pay for that loss last week, that 5-3 loss. Schultz across the Hathaway. Hathaway knocked off the puck. Yamamoto gets it. He'll get to center ice and send it deep. But giving chase and getting there first is Kreider. Kreider now circling. Back towards the point for Miller. Down now to Hayek. Hayek's shot never got through. Strome gets the loose puck now. Strome tries to get it down low, but Dillon a good back check. Fighting forward is Yamamoto. 10 seconds left. Strome will back off now. Schultz now. Rangers want to make sure they don't get hurt here in the last few seconds. Hathaway, big hit by Miller. Kreider will get it. He will clear, and that's your game. Darn it, that's flipping something. There you go, J-Mo. Yes, we can all agree with the sentiment of F COVID. So, yes, we all agree with that sentiment. So the Rangers win big here, 9-2. Your number 3 star, Alexis Lafreniere, a goal, 2 assists, and a hit. One of his better games in his rookie campaign. Rangers outshot Washington 30-22, outhit them 18-16. Washington just slightly better in the faceoff dot, 15-13. Kreider, your number 2 star, a goal and 2 assists. The only penalty minutes were the fight between Kravtsov and Van Riemsdyk. And your number 1 star, Ryan Strome, with a goal and 2 assists. So a lot of 3-point nights tonight for a lot of Rangers. Yeah, Foles and Trubisky are not good, are not good quarterbacks. You guys really need a quarterback in Chicago. Jacob Trouba. We're just going to continue. We're not going to push him. All right, no reason to push Trouba. Yeah, he strained a hammy. Actually, let's see. Edit lines. Who's scratched? Yeah, Trouba, Walmart, Smith. Yeah, when Kako comes back, we're going to probably have to send Smith down. Womp, womp. Yeah, no, Nick, that's a very good point. They'd be much like how I feel about Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones would be a stellar backup. I just don't see him as a starter. So, as the Rangers now head down to Big D, head down to Dallas. Yeah, J-Mo, I think that if Foles went back to the Eagles, that would actually be a big deal for you guys. I think he'd be a great mentor for Hurts, actually. I actually believe that. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So now here, welcome to American Airlines Center here in Dallas, Texas. Marc-Andre Fleury, 35-13 at 2.5 GAA and 89.2 save percentage and 3 shutouts. Jacob, I'll show you. I'm sorry. I'll show you next after this game what the playoff picture's looking like. Zibanejad loses the opening faceoff. Klingberg with the puck. Moving down now. He's checked by Fox. Good job by Adam Fox. Up to Kravtsov now. He leaves it at the point as it's poked away. Panarin, good check. Fox gets it back at neutral ice. Now back to Lindgren. Up to Zibanejad. Now up to Panarin. Tries to get it across to Kravtsov. Instead keeps it for himself as it deflects back to him. Back now towards Lindgren. Lindgren slap shot hits Panarin right in the butt. It kicks to Ben. Back to Sagan. Sagan down low, 2-on-1 to Radulov. Back to Ben, down low, Sagan shot saved by Fleury. Rebound shot goes wide. Kravtsov now back up to Zibanejad. Zibanejad now along the right side. Zibanejad tries to get across to Panarin. Does shot saved by the goalie there for Dallas. Back now across towards Lindgren. Lindgren's shot is blocked in front, doesn't get through. Radulov gets the puck back the other way, 3-on-2 for Dallas. Dallas gains the zone. Radulov to the left side, down low, tries to get fancy, but Fleury was not fooled. Makes the save with the left leg. And Yamamoto now gains the zone back the other way for the Rangers. Kyler Yamamoto, shot saved by Bishop, and Ben Bishop freezes it in the crease with 5 minutes gone in the period. What's up, Steve? How's it going? Pavelski versus Strome to the left of Ben Bishop. Take care, J-Mo. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. Face-off won by the Rangers, actually. Strome comes away with it. Strome now looking to get through traffic. Shot hits somebody right in the backside. Looks like it was Kreider. Gurionov now along the left side. He gets by Miller. Now down low, loses the puck. Pavelski intercepted by Hayek. Good job by Hayek. Now starting to break out with Chris Kreider. Kreider along the right boards, putting on the brakes in the right circle. Now cutting back, passes to Strome. Instead it's intercepted. Kicks on net, saved by Bishop. Strome circling back now, tries to get it to Kreider. Gurionov intercepts. Gurionov now surrounded by Rangers, hit by Miller. Kicks to Pulak. Pulak back to Foxa. Foxa now down low. Looking for something to pass to, gets it to Pavelski. Shot saved by Fleury. Miller gets it out of danger, up to Lafreniere. Lafreniere up to Yamamoto, who gains the zone into the left circle. Kyler Yamamoto, slap shot saved by Bishop into the corner. Lindell with the puck. Dallas known for its goaltending and defense. Not usually a lot of offense. Pavelski now moving through neutral ice. Gets the guy, the defender there, back towards the slot. Intercepted by Tyler Johnson. Johnson loses the puck. Lafreniere gets it. Gets hit for his troubles, but does get it up. Buchnevich now gets it out of the Rangers zone and along the left boards now. Buchnevich near the left circle, looking for help. Passing down low, looking for Lafreniere, intercepted by Pulak. Pulak back the other way now for Dallas. Moves to neutral ice, hit at the blue line by Honka. Puck goes deep, Moore gets it. John Moore now circling around the trapezoid. Long pass up for Brendan Lemieux. Lemieux gets by the defense. 2-on-1. Lemieux, his pass knocked away by Pulak. Great defense there as Cogliano comes back the other way for Dallas. Cogliano gains the zone. Cogliano trying to get around Moore. Cogliano checked by Moore, but now circling. Shot blocked. Como shot save. Rebound poked away by Fleury. And now Honka has it, gives it to DiGiuseppe, loses it to Como. Como down low. Como now looking, passing back. One-timer, and Dallas scores! All right, J-Mo, sounds good. Nick, it's absolutely terrible what Myers-Leonard said as Cogliano gets his 9th of the year on the one-timer there, and Dallas goes up 1-0 early here, or late in the first, I'd say 6 minutes left. It's terrible. It's terrible what he said, and I think that a lot of folks who are saying that it also needs to be somebody needs to take a look at gamer culture, I think is also true. You know, I think a lot of multiplayer games, a lot of folks just kind of say the worst things that come to mind because they're trying to be funny. They're trying to purposely hurt people, and I think that we need to look at sports and gaming culture because they're very similar. People don't want to admit that, but they are very similar, and I think we need to have a long, hard look at it. And I think that Leonard deserved to be suspended. He deserves to lose his sponsors, and I think what the right things are happening is Kravtsov on a breakaway shot and scores! Oh, Vitaly Kravtsov on a breakaway beats Ben Bishop on the short side, his 11th of the year, and the Rangers have tied it at 1. Kravtsov showing some wheels, lifts it over the right leg, no chance for Bishop, and the Rangers have tied it up. Well, I mean, the thing is it's a slippery slope, Nick, right? When you that's why there needs to be a zero tolerance for any kind of slur, right? Like, because if you're okay with if you kind of like, well, he was just joking about one, then you start saying some really bad things and look, words have power, right? Language is very important in our world, and I think that's why, like, he said something bad, he's getting punished for it, and he deserves to be punished for it. Shot saved by Bishop as it kicks into the corner. Lesperance gets it across to Heiskanen up to Kamano. Kamano gains the zone, then gets laid out by Fox at the blue line as Yamamoto circles back in the Ranger zone. His pass intercepted by Radulov. Radulov now back the other way, sends it deep, giving chases Fox. Fox gets it in the right pie slice. Long pass, Kravtsov again behind the defense, goes short side, this time Bishop makes the save. Kravtsov down low, looking for something to give it to. Strome shot, rebound, saved by Bishop, as it looks like Kravtsov got tripped from behind. And the Rangers will get their first power play of the night as Dowling going to the sin bin. With a minute 27 left here in the period. Zibanejad loses, lost the face-off, and it's cleared out by Alexiak. End of the hockey season, up to Yamamoto now, across the Zibanejad, after we win the cup, hopefully. Zibanejad now back to Buchnevich. Buchnevich shot, hit somebody. Como gets it, he'll clear. We'll obviously do our draft. We'll do our free agency. We're probably going to have to let Brendan Smith go. Oh, you want me to sign Chara. Shot, save, rebound, Yamamoto, save again by Bishop. As it's cleared all the way down. You want me, that's what you're talking about. You want me to sign Chara. We'll see what happens. We'll see who we can re-sign first on the team. I will let go of Brendan Smith. He is not worth $4.5 million a year. Smith will be gone. So we will have a spot, potentially, for a 7th defenseman. We'll see. Few seconds left here in the period as Johnson comes out against Ben. 41 seconds left in the power play. Face-off won by Dallas. Lindell with the puck. He will clear, and this should end the period. Rangers will have about a half minute to go on the power play when the second period starts. But at the end of one here in Dallas, much like actually against the game against Washington, it's 1-1. We are tied at 1. Rangers out shooting Dallas 10-6, out hitting them 6-2. Rangers only winning 1 face-off. Dallas winning 5. So they could definitely use some improvement there. You know what? That'd not be fair to him. He's been with us the whole year. Although we are going to probably send him down to the AHL once everybody gets healthy. Zibanejad versus Cizikas. Face-off one back to Alexiak. He will send it deep. Panarin gets it. Lafreniere up to Zibanejad. 20 seconds on the power play. Lafreniere gains the zone. Has it poked away, but Yamamoto there. Back to Fox along the blue line. Trying to set things up. A few seconds left here in the power play. Fox pinching in. Shot on net. Saved by Bishop. Zibanejad tried to jam it home and cannot. And that is how the power play will expire. So the Rangers don't score in the man advantage. And you'll get a few shots off. Zibanejad versus Sagan to the left of Bishop. Face-off won again by Dallas. Heiskanen has it. He's checked by Kravtsov. Kravtsov gets it, loses it again to Heiskanen. Couldn't get the puck away from him. His sprawled out body there on the ice really kind of made it difficult there. Good hit by Fox. Forces it loose, goes all the way around to Lindgren, who passes up to Panarin. Panarin trying to get behind Klingberg. I can't, puts on the brakes. Now down low, shot saved by Bishop. Panarin still looking for that goal. He hasn't had one in almost 10 games now. It's been a while. Sagan across to Ben. Ben gains the zone, poked away, back to Zibanejad. Zibanejad across to Kreider. Chris Kreider on the left side. Slap shot goes high and around the boards, all the way around the Radulov. Up to Foxa, who starts to retreat and circle back in his own zone. Foxa now starting back the other way for Dallas. Gets to center ice line, and then his pass intercepted by Kravtsov. Kravtsov on the left side. Kravtsov shot save again by Bishop. Kravtsov circling down low, shot save again. This one on Zibanejad in the redirect. Sagan now back the other way up to Guryanov. He's checked hard. Puck kicks loose to Colin Miller. Miller coming in down low. Colin Miller across the Kreider, shot blocked. About a piece of it did Heiskanen. And now Pavelski fresh off the bench one-on-one against Libor Hayek. Shot saved by Fleury. And he will freeze the puck with 13:32 left in the second. Adam Fox there, you see they're tied for 7th with Taylor Hall. 50 assists on the year. Johnson versus Pavelski now to the right of Fleury. Face-off one again by, one of the Rangers. Honka gets it. Now up to John Moore. Moore up further, looking for Buchnevich, but Lindell intercepts. Pavelski back up to Foxa. His pass knocked off. Buchnevich now back across to Honka. Up to Lafreniere, who gains the zone. Lafreniere pinching in, passing across. Buchnevich, shot goes wide. Johnson hits the outside of the cage. It bounces out of the zone. Honka circling, waiting for the Rangers to get back onside. They do. Honka again will try to enter the zone. From the left circle, Julius Honka, his shot is blocked. Former Dallas star, claimed off the Rangers by waivers. Actually, this is his first game against his old team since that claiming. Como knocked off the puck, goes deep. Honka gets it back in his own zone. About halfway through the second here of a 1-1 game. Honka back up to Buchnevich, up to Lafreniere. Lafreniere's shot, easy save for Bishop with the glove, and he'll freeze the puck. 1-1 game here at American Airlines Arena in Dallas, just about halfway through the second period. Hedel versus Zizekas, won by Hedel against Lindgren. That's right, the Stars made a big trade with the Islanders at the All-Star break. So Zizekas, former Islander now. Shot by Fox, deflected on net, saved by Bishop, kicked out now. Rebound controlled by Cogliano. Cogliano now sends it cross ice to Zizekas. Zizekas, as the Stars desperately trying to get more offense, and it's not really working. As Lemieux gives it to Hedel. Hedel gains the zone, back across to Fox. His pass knocked away to Pulock. Pulock back up to Dowling, who had that tripping penalty earlier. He gets absolutely destroyed at neutral ice, but it kicks to Como. Como down low, his pass deflected away from Cogliano, and DiGiuseppe back the other way. Puts on the brakes and sends it to Fox. Fox gains the zone, has it knocked off his stick, has to recover in the left circle. Fox circling, Fox shot, and Fox scores! His 10th of the year! Through the screen, Bishop never saw it. DiGiuseppe was right in front of him being a pest, and the Rangers take the 2-1 lead. SVXTZ, we're more hockey tomorrow night. 4 more games of hockey. And then again, no stream on Friday. No stream on Friday because I have a date. Strome versus Dowling now, center ice. Face-off won by Dowling, back to Boychuk. Boychuk gains the zone, gets it to Kamano. Kamano back, his pass intercepted by Strome. Strome back the other way, 3-on-2. Knocked off his stick temporarily, recovers. Moves now into the slot. Strome shot, oh, and Ryan Strome! Oh, he sniped it. He put it right past Bishop. No chance for the massive goaltender. Strome's 32nd of the year, and it's 3-1 New York. 5 minutes left here in the second. Strome loses the faceoff here. Strome unassisted as it was temporarily knocked off his stick. Now back to Fox, down low, saved by Fleury. Strome gets the puck. Long pass for Yamamoto, but Alexiak intercepts. Boychuk now back the other way. Fighting off the check, down low, intercepted nicely by Colin Miller. Back to Yamamoto. Along the right boards. Back to Panarin. Panarin shot, oh, high and wide. Gurionov now, knocked off his stick. Up to Pavelski. Pavelski back the other way. Passing to Foxa. Gains the zone. Moving down low. Cross-ice pass intercepted by Hayek. They're looking for the one-timer. Hayek to Kravtsov. To Panarin. Panarin gains the zone. Circling now. Artemi Panarin circling again. Shot blocked nicely there by Heiskanen. Heiskanen now in the trapezoid. Passing up to Gurionov. Tries to start the breakout. Gurionov at the blue line. Checked by John Moore as he sends it deep. Julius Honka goes back and gets it. Honka now up to Panarin. It's been a long time since he's been on the ice. Kravtsov tries to get back to Panarin. Intercepted by Klingberg. Across to Foxka. Gets it up to Gurionov. Couple seconds left. Makes a move. Shot. Easy save for Fleury with the stick as the period expires. At the end of 40 here in Dallas, Texas. The Rangers 3, the Stars 1. Rangers out shooting Dallas 19-9. Dallas only had 3 shots on net that period. The last one of those being that last Hail Mary shot at the end of the period. Dallas winning 75% of the faceoffs 9-3. But again, the Rangers dominating where it counts 3-1 on the scoreboard. Zibanejad, there he is. He's back out there with Sagan. I guess Strome wanted one of those Kovalov 5-minute shifts. Face-off won there by Dallas again. Klingberg up to Ben. Ben coming down low. Back across to Klingberg. Shot. Blocker save with Fleury as it kicks to the trapezoid. Back to Ben. Laid out by Lindgren. Radulov shot. Rebound. Scores! Fleury couldn't control the rebound. It kicked right to Sagan. He easily puts it past Fleury. And it's 3-2 now on Sagan's 33rd of the year. Easy goal for Sagan once it got by Fleury there as he came out of the pretty far up in the crease. A minute gone here in the third. Close game. Radulov and Klingberg the assist. Heiskanen back to Klingberg. Poked off his stick. Kreider back the other way now. One-on-one. Gets by Heiskanen. Kreider now. Down low shot. Rebound save. Backhand shot blocked. Sagan now back the other way. Kreider had a chance there. Still 3-2. And now 2-on-1. Radulov now back the other way. He's knocked off his stick. And Colin Miller. Colin Miller going to get the puck now. Back now to Yamamoto. Shot saved by Bishop. Good job there by Kyler Yamamoto as he shoots and misses wide on his second shot. Pavelski back to Klingberg. Up to Radulov now. Good job, good hustle there by Miller. Miller's been really playing hard tonight. Lost the puck there, though. Heiskanen down low. Into the right pie slice. Looking back, passing back to the blue line. Shot saved by Fleury. Out of play off the blocker. 3-2 Johnson versus Pavelski to the right of Fleury. 4.5 minutes gone here. Face-off won by the Rangers. Buchnevich gets it off the face-off win. Takes it out of the zone. Now across to Lafreniere. 3-on-2. Poked off his stick by Pulock. Kicks back to Lafreniere. Back to the point for more. Across to Honka. Honka's shot is blocked. Buchnevich down low. Lafreniere shot saved by Bishop. Good job going post to post. Does the big goalie to make the save with 14 minutes left now here in the third. Pavelski versus Hedel now to the left of Bishop. Face-off won by Dallas. Pulock with the puck. Circling, sends it up to Foxa. Knocked off the puck now. Hedel gets it, sends it down low to Fox. Fox back up to Lemieux. Lemieux along the left side. Lemieux cross-ice pass. DiGiuseppe trickled on net, hit the post. Bishop might have got a piece of it as DiGiuseppe didn't get all of it. And now Lemieux shot saved by Bishop, no rebound. 12 minutes left in the third here. Rangers nursing a 1-goal lead. It's 3-2. Rangers scored twice in the second, once in the first. Dallas so far, once in the first and once in the third. Kravtsov off the face-off win. It went to Panarin from Zibanejad, and then he feeds Kravtsov his second of the night, his 12th of the season. No chance for Bishop on the one-timer, and the Rangers are back up by 2. Big win there on the face-off by Zibanejad. Gives it to Panarin, who feeds Kravtsov down low. 11:54 left in the third. Cizikas versus Zibanejad. Yeah, Panarin and Zibanejad the assists on that one. Back across to Lindell. Panarin's second helper of the night. Hopefully that'll start to get him back off to Schneid. As Lindell back up to Como. Back the other way. Gains the blue line. Back across to Cizikas. Down low. Shot saved by Fleury. Had to lift it as Hayek laid out for it, trying to block the shot. Easier save for Fleury. Hayek, long pass to Panarin. Here comes Panarin. Down low. Blocker saved by Bishop. Kravtsov now gets the rebound. Back to Panarin. Panarin shot save again by Bishop. Oh, the Rangers' best player can't seem to buy a goal lately, folks. Bishop standing tall in the crease. Big hit there at the blue line. Cogliano Como shot wide. Kicks on net. Fleury there covers it up in the trapezoid. Seguin versus Strome now to the right of Fleury. 8:24 left in the third. Rangers got a 2-goal lead. Face-off won again by the Rangers. Strome getting better in the face-off dot lately, at least on the big ones. Yamamoto now sends it deep. It's going to probably, that'll go as an icing, as he was intending it for somebody else, obviously. Vitaly Kravtsov's had couple of 2-goal games this year. Again, another rookie alongside Lafreniere. He's never scored a hattie, though. Face-off won this time by Dallas. Klingberg down low. Heiskanen shot through a screen, saved by Fleury, and he freezes the puck. Strome versus Seguin again to the right of Fleury. Face-off won by Dallas. Klingberg shot saved by Fleury. Kreider clears it from danger. Down low, though. Dallas gets it back. Radulov to Heiskanen at the point. Heiskanen to Ben. His shot is blocked. Strome gets it. Kreider now to Honka. Up to Yamamoto. Back to Honka. Shot saved by Bishop. No rebound as he freezes it with exactly 6 minutes left in the third. Johnson versus Seguin now to the left of Bishop. Rangers really struggling in the face-off dot lately. This one won, though, by Dallas. Another lost face-off as Seguin gets it up to Ben. Ben gets taken out at the blue line. Johnson goes back and gets it now for the Rangers. Long pass up to Lafreniere. Gets behind the defense. The rookie. Backhand shot saved by Bishop. Oh, he had him beat, but he put it too much to the center of the net. Tough to control those backhanders as it goes back to Radulov now, and Dallas starts to back up. Good check at neutral ice. Kicks to Buchnevich. Now his pass is an errant one, and Radulov gets it back the other way. 3-on-1. Foxka down low. Rebound knocked away there temporarily. Good job by Lindgren to recover as Fleury was left wide open. This one poked off the sticker for Lafreniere. Lindgren gets it back. His pass misses errantly behind Johnson. Seguin now back the other way. 2 minutes to go. Foxa knocked off it by Lindgren. You have to wonder when Dallas will pull Bishop. Buchnevich back now. Tries to get it to Panarin and does. Panarin down low. Panarin by himself. Shot, save, rebound, and he scores! The scoreless streak is finally over as Artemi Panarin finally gets his 39th of the year. A little bit of puck luck there as he hit Bishop pretty squarely. And I'm not sure if that Bishop just lost control of it or Panarin hit it a second time. Yeah, it looks like he got it underneath his arm and it just trickled in. It counts all the same. And that's probably the nail in the coffin here. Less than 2 minutes to go. As we see here from this angle, yeah, under the blocker arm and it trickles in. 5-2 New York. Hedl versus Pavelski with 1:20 to go. Buchnevich and Fox the assist. Face-off won by Hedl. Miller with the puck now, circling back. Oh, knocked off his stick. Coming down low, Pavelski, and Pavelski scores. Bad turnover by Colin Miller. His pass was an errant one. Pavelski gets his 24th of the year. It's 5-3 New York now. And Miller, well, he's embarrassed. His second game as a Ranger, not as good as his first. Dallas now pulling Bishop. Foxka down low. He's checked by Hedl. DiGiuseppe loses the puck. Lemieux gets it. Lemieux kicks it forward. Back to DiGiuseppe. To Miller. Back to DiGiuseppe. DiGiuseppe coming down. DiGiuseppe checked off the puck. Everybody's falling over each other. Lemieux's shot misses wide. Tough angle shot in the backhand. Gurianov back across to Cogliano. Cogliano 2-on-1. Leaves it behind for the trailer, but it's picked off by Lemieux. Lemieux back the other way. This time he hits the empty net, and that should do it. 6-3 New York as Brendan Lemieux makes up for the bad turnover by Colin Miller. I believe that's his 12th or 13th of the year. Strome versus Zizekas is, oh, wow. No, that's not it. That's not his 24th. That is not correct. It is unassisted, but that is not correct. Lemieux did not have 23 goals coming into this game. That is a glitch. I believe it's his 12th. Strome shot deflected wide. Kreider fighting Pulak for it. And again, the Rangers kind of backing off here in the last few seconds. Coming back the other way is Dallas. Good check there. Moore will send it around the boards. Yamamoto will send it down. And that's your game. The Rangers win 6-3. Little help from an empty netter there at the end. As they get off this road trip on a good start. All right, now I know some folks wanted to see these things. Your third star with a goal and an assist. Artemi Panarin. Rangers outshot Dallas 30-18. Of course, outscored them 6-3. Outhit them 24-8. Dallas won the majority of the faceoff 17-8. Rangers 0 for 1 in the power play. Vitaly Kravtsov with a pair of goals. Your number 2 star. Who's going to be number 1? That is the question. Your number 1 star, Adam Fox with a goal, 2 assists, and 4 hits. That's a pretty nice game. I thought Kravtsov might have been the number 1, but I guess not. As the Rangers now head up to Detroit. Yeah, we'll bump things up a little bit. A little bit. Bump those down. There we go. Marketing budget. We want to get the season ticket apps, right? Like, we want to sell season tickets. Come on. But yeah, so let's see. So folks wanted to see the standings, the playoff picture. In the Eastern Conference right now, the Rangers are in the 1 seed, fast approaching a playoff spot. They're, let's see, 28 points, 14 games. So another 2 wins, and the Rangers will clinch a playoff berth. 2 wins or 2 Caps losses. Right now, the Rangers would play the Caps in the first round. Tampa Bay, the 2 seed, would play Columbus, the other wild card. And then the Devils would play the Penguins, and the Panthers would play the Bruins in the first round. Meanwhile, in the West, your number 1 seed is the Avalanche, hot in the Rangers' tail. Actually, how close are they to us? 4 points behind for the President's Cup. Avalanche with 101, they would play the Minnesota Wild, actually. They as well are very close to, they might clinch in that with a win here, a playoff berth. They might clinch before the Rangers. At 29 points. Yeah, it'll be close. Them two, probably 2 games to clinch. Avalanche versus the Wild would be the first round matchup. Then Oilers versus the Blues. And then it would be Dallas versus Arizona. and Chicago versus Winnipeg. I do believe that's how that would work in the divisional rounds. So there you go. Very happy Panarin got himself some points there, though, for sure. Oh, and I'll save the game. So there we go. Everybody's quiet. Y'all having a good Wednesday? It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Game saved successfully. Moving back now. Rangers versus Detroit. This is a good chance to probably give Fleury a day off. Oh, actually, I forgot. Is Trouba healthy? I think they said that Trouba's fully healthy. Nice, 31B. That's awesome. All right, yeah, Trouba's back, so that means Miller can sit. He will sit. Trouba's back in. There we go. Jacob Trouba. Love to see it. Fantastic. So, all right. Very good. Good to see that he's back after straining that hamstring. Missed only 2 games. All right, so now we'll play the game. It's time, just like Triple H. It's time to play the game. Wrestling fans, anybody? No? Okay. We're going to have Koskinen start, give Fleury the day off. No reason to make him start against this team. And honestly, the President's Cup, the President's Trophy isn't that important. We're up by 4 points also. So, like, I think we should win this one anyway. But you want to keep Koskinen sharp because you never know what's going to happen. Fleury's 36 years old. He's only 32. What happens? Mikko Koskinen. Little Caesars Arena. What's up, hey, you guys? Hey, you guys! Face-off won by Detroit there to the Kaiser. Roenick now to Larkin. Across to Zadina. Down low. Back towards Roenick. Shot blocked. Kicks back to Zadina. Finally deflects to Fox on the Rangers. Fox now back up to Kravtsov. Kravtsov has it poked away. Panarin waiting for him to get back on sides. Leaves it for Fox. Fox gains the zone. Moving down low. Tries to get it Panarin, but it's knocked off his stick by the Kaiser. The Kaiser retrieves in the far pie slice and starts moving it up to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi now moving it back up. His pass is into that center ice by Kravtsov. Kravtsov now putting on the brakes in the right circle. Moving to the slot. Circling back, looking for something to pass to or maybe get a shot off. Pass down to Panarin, intercepted by Larkin. Back over to Bertuzzi, and back come the Red Wings. Threw up to the Kaiser. The Kaiser gains the zone. Moves up to Zadina. Back down to the Kaiser. Down low, poked away by Koskinen. Deflects on net, and he'll freeze it with 4 minutes gone here in the first. Strome versus Veleno. To the right of Koskinen. Face-off won by Detroit. Nemeth there. Ooh, knocked down nicely by Yamamoto. And Strome now. Only got one guy to beat. It's 2-on-1 for the Rangers. Strome pass. Kreider deflects and scores! A beautiful one-time redeflection by Kreider there. A good deflection for the Rangers, and it was 2-on-1. Kreider used his speed to catch up to the play. Got the feed from Strome for his 31st of the year. And the Rangers go up 1-0 early here in Detroit. Bernier in net for Detroit. Bernier. Strome should get the only assist. Yes, the only assist on Kreider's 31st. Face-off won by the Rangers. Yamamoto with the puck. Puts in the brakes at the point. Sends the puck up. Strome going to get it. Fighting Hyrose. Hyrose gets it first. Up to Nemeth. Back to Veleno. Up to Fabry. Fabry moving across the center ice line. Gains the zone. Now pulling on the brakes. Circling himself down low. Shot saved by Koskinen. Rebound. Trouba. Good job there in the back check. His first game back after missing 2 games with a strained hamstring. Strome now on the right side. 2-on-1 again. Pass across for Yamamoto. This time it's deflected. Veleno gets it in the corner. Hyrose back the other way. Hyrose now, he's checked at the blue line as he tries to send it deep. Yamamoto gets it for the Rangers. Circling back around with 8 minutes gone here in the first period. Looking for a long pass to Lafreniere, but Lafreniere is offsides. Couldn't hold that right skate. And it'll be a face-off in the neutral zone as the Rangers get some fresh skaters out there. As you look at Dylan Larkin, who leads the Detroit Red Wings in points with 13 goals, 47 assists for a total of 60 points. Tyler Johnson, the big guy that the Rangers acquired at the trade deadline against Rasmussen. Back to De Kaiser. Shot saved by Koskinen. Into the corner. Back to Rasmussen. Across to Roenick. His shot hit actually Nistikunov. Down low. Rasmussen makes a move and scores. Beautiful feed. An even better move by Rasmussen. No chance there for Koskinen. His 4th of the year. Michael Rasmussen. What a move. And we're tied at 1 here in the first. Johnson now again versus Rasmussen. Center ice. Detroit 5-4-1 in their last 10 games, so not doing terribly, even though they are 11 games under 500. At least not terribly of late, I should say. Koskinen gets it, sends it around to Honka, now up to Buchnevich, up to Tyler Johnson around the right boards. Getting by to Kaiser. Johnson trying to make a pass, but the Kaiser knocks it away. Back up to Rasmussen, starting to try the breakout, but he's swarmed by the Rangers at neutral ice. But Nistikunov makes a good force of the turnover. Down to Bertuzzi, shot saved by Koskinen through a screen. Honka gets it in the left pie slice. Honka circling behind his own net, sends it up to Tyler Johnson now. Johnson on the breakout, gains the zone. Puts in the brakes in the left circle, moving in towards the slot, looking for a shot blocked by Zadina, and Zadina gets it out of trouble. Zadina now circling in his own zone up to the Kaiser. Across to Larkin. Larkin checked hard at the point, puck kicks loose, and Honka gets it. Back to Lafreniere. His pass is deflected away, goes in the corner, but Mika Zibanejad is there, fresh off the bench. Zibanejad gets it, now up to Lafreniere. His pass up to Buchnevich, poked away off the stick. The Kaiser there, back the other way. He's checked again, this time by John Moore. Moore gets knocked down, but Zibanejad gets the puck. Honka has it now in his own zone, passing over to Panarin. Panarin circling around behind Larkin. Putting on the brakes now. Down low. Shot saved by Bernier with the glove. And he holds. Hedel versus Glendening now. Yes, hey, you guys. I play every game. Sometimes I don't stream every game. Because one of my favorite things to do is actually play while listening to podcasts. So it's a good chance for me to catch up on podcasts. So sometimes I'll play some games and listen to my favorite show, the Bertcast with Bert Kreischer. He's a big comedian, if you guys aren't familiar. Definitely not family-friendly compared to my stream anyway. Hedel versus Glendening now, again to the right of Bernier. Face-off won by the Red Wings. Nielsen with the puck now. Circling his own zone. Up to Helm. Darren Helm has it knocked off his stick by Lindgren. Over to Fox, back to Lindgren. Over to DiGiuseppe, back to Hedel, and now the Rangers start the breakout. Back across to Lemieux. He leaves the puck behind his. Stetcher makes it a good poke check. Glendening now will send it deep as he gains the center ice line. Lindgren will retrieve for the Rangers with less than 3 minutes left here in the first of a 1-1 game. Long pass up to Philip DiGiuseppe, knocked off his stick by Stetcher. Back up to Darren Helm, has it poked away. Stetcher again circling. Stetcher, his pass intercepted by Lemieux. Back across now to Hedel. Philip Hedel from those left circle shot saved by Bernier. Leaves it for Chwalski. Chwalski now gains the, gets it to neutral ice, I should say. His pass intercepted again by Hedel. Hedel now gaining the zone. Circling, looking for some help. Down low to Lindgren. Lindgren's shot is blocked down low. Panarin gets the shot, loose puck. Puts it on net, saved by Bernier with 17 seconds left. This is year, yes, we played a year as the expansion, I made an expansion franchise, the Kraken. And now we did a year as the Rangers, hey, you guys. Or are doing our first year with the Rangers, yes. And then, yeah, and then April was going to switch back to baseball. Zibanejad versus Villano, face-off won by Zibanejad. Kravtsov shot saved by Bernier. Big shot there. Almost scored with a few seconds left there off the face-off win. Big check by Trouba. Trouba, 1 second, none, loses the puck, and that's how the period expires. Rangers, a good chance there right at the end of the period. Dominated for most of the period, but the Red Wings made a couple of good moves, got a couple of good opportunities against Koskinen in the backup. At the end of 20 here at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, it's 1-1. Rangers out shooting Detroit 6-5, out hitting them 7-4. Face-offs in favor of Detroit 5-3. Here's the Ranger goal again. You see there in the little box, Strome to Kreider on the one-timer. As we get started, ready for period number 2. Larkin, Zibanejad, center ice. And we are underway. Face-off won by Detroit. Larkin comes away with it, gets it over to Zadina. Lindgren almost lets him get him by. He actually does. Shot off save by Koskinen. Fox now with the puck. Gives it to, tries to get it to Zibanejad and does. Zibanejad now down low, right circle, shot saved by Bernier, rebound. Oh, almost an own goal there. Bernier has to cover it up as Panarin was crashing the net. Strome versus Larkin. To the left of Bernier. Face-off won by the Rangers. Yamamoto down low, Kreider tries to jam it home, saved by Bernier with the right leg. The Kaiser back to Zadina now. This second line is very good off the face-off when they win them. Big check there by Trouba. Cross-ice pass now to Yamamoto. Ever since they got traded for Kyler Yamamoto, sent Brett Howden over to Edmonton. Yamamoto has fit right in here with the Rangers, and their goal production has gone up. Now across the blue line are the Red Wings, but a big check there by Hayek. Yamamoto back across to Trouba. Trouba up to Strome. Strome along the left boards. Strome circling. Back towards the point for Jacob Trouba. Trouba, a shot blocked. Doesn't get through. Roenick gets the loose puck. Roenick back the other way, 3-on-2. Roenick gains the zone, checked by Kreider. Kreider fighting for it. Everybody fighting for it, actually, as it's sent all the way around the boards and out. Getting it at center ice, though, is Nemeth. Nemeth with the puck back to Hirose. Hirose now gaining the line. Hirose down low, poked off his stick by Hayek. Hirose checked by Hayek. Back to the slot shot, saved by Koskinen, excuse me. Oh my goodness, Koskinen there with the save. And back the other way come the Rangers. To Panarin, shot saved by Bernier. Good feed there from Zibanejad. Nemeth back the other way. Nemeth is checked by Lindgren. Puck is loose, but Nemeth holds on. Nemeth now down low. Nemeth back to Veleno. Shot saved by Koskinen, and he'll freeze the puck with 12:10 left in the second of this 1-1 game. Johnson versus Rasmussen. Rasmussen has the only goal for the Red Wings on a fancy move. Face-off won by him back to Nemeth. He's hit by Buchnevich. Buchnevich gets the puck, gets it out of the zone. Johnson giving chase, but Nemeth is there first. Nemeth back up to Rasmussen. Rasmussen taken out. Buchnevich gets it again. Cross-ice pass to Moore and out of the zone. Moore back the other way to Johnson. Johnson now back, tries to get to Buchnevich, but it deflects on net. Bernier there. He will freeze it. It'll be a face-off in the Red Wing zone. Johnson versus Rasmussen once again. Face-off won by Johnson, back to Moore. Honka with the puck. Honka's shot hits off a defenseman's legs. Lafreniere gets it now. Down low, Buchnevich scores! Lafreniere found Pavel Buchnevich camping in the crease. No chance for Bernier, and he gets his 29th of the year as we hit the halfway mark of regulation. 2-1 New York. What's up, Burke? How's it going? Good feed there. Lafreniere finds Buchnevich down low. No chance for the Red Wing goalie. Might have been interfered with by his own player. And it comes back to haunt him. The Rangers take a 1-goal lead. Hedl versus Rasmussen now center ice. Face-off won by Detroit. Chowalski with the puck. Back across the... not sure actually who that was, but it's going to be taken away by Hedl. Hedl along the left side. Hedl back towards Di Giuseppe, and actually it's going to be an own goal. Chowalski knocked it in, trying to check the winger there, Lemieux. And because of that, actually that's Di Giuseppe. My apology. Hedl tried to feed Di Giuseppe. Instead, he hits off Chowalski and in, so that will go to Hedl. Credit to Philip Hedl on the own goal. There should be no assist on that play because of that. It's 3-1 New York. Hedl versus Glendening now. 9 minutes left in the period. Yeah, unassisted on the own goal is 23rd of the year. Stetcher gets it over to Darren Helm. Down low, passing across the Glendening. Shot saved by Koskinen. Mike looks like I think he got a piece of it as it went wide. Lemieux now trying to gain the zone. Hedl, though, will get it as Lemieux gets sandwiched between a couple of Red Wings. And Hedl will circle now. Hedl still circling. Passing back to Lindgren. Lindgren shot deflected, saved by Bernier. Chowalski now with the puck back the other way, up to Helm. Helm gains the zone and is just checked by Lindgren. Big log jam there at the point. Roenick finally comes away with that center ice for Detroit. Roenick with the puck. Swarmed by Rangers. Gets by Fox. Might have been tripped up. Nothing called. Glendening poked away. Roenick taken out by Panarin. Lindgren gets the puck. Lindgren up to Panarin. Panarin behind the defense. Panarin back to Kravtsov. Shot saved by Bernier. Good job there by the Kaiser to get a piece of it, I think, and slow it down. Allow Bernier to get across. As Bertuzzi now back the other way for Detroit. Bertuzzi down low. Circling. Back towards the slot. Saved by Koskinen. Leaves it for Lindgren. Leaves it now for Fox. As he I don't want the puck. I don't want to need it. Bad turnover. Larkin. Bertuzzi. Good recovery there by Lindgren on the check. Couldn't get a shot off. Back now to Artemi Panarin. Panarin across to Tyler Johnson. Back to Panarin. Instead it kicks to Johnson. Back to Hayek at the point. Taken out there. And we're going to have ourselves a power play for the Rangers as they're going to call charging against Detroit. Zadina going to the sin bin for 2 minutes for charging. Rangers up 3-1 here in Detroit on this small 2-game road trip. Started in Dallas, now up in Detroit, and then we'll come back home to play the Devils. Cedar with the puck will get it and send it deep off the face-off win. First time saying his name tonight, which is good because I'm not sure if that's how you say his name. Trouba now up to Tyler Johnson. Across to Strome. Strome gains the zone. Back to Kreider. Kreider shot deflected. Might have been deflected, or Johnson was trying to. Either way, Bernier makes the save. As you look at Philip Hedl now, 100 points in his career. 101 actually with that goal. On the doorstep of 50 goals. Johnson versus Nielsen to the left of Bernier. Face-off won again by Detroit. Sent all the way down. Buchnevich will give chase. 40 seconds gone here in the power play. Buchnevich back to Johnson. Trying to set things up. Johnson has it poked away. Back come the Red Wings. 2-on-3 actually for Detroit. Down low. Nielsen back to Villano. Poked away by Buchnevich. Buchnevich, good job there playing some defense as Detroit's playing keep away here on the power play. The Kaiser now gains the Rangers zone. Back to Nielsen. Shot. Oh, he hit the post. Ding dong, denied. As they hit the post short-handed, that would have been a huge goal for Detroit. Long pass now to Kreider. Kreider gains the zone as the Rangers are trying to get something started here. And it looks like they'll have a brief 5-on-3 as Trouba gets tripped. See if the Rangers can capitalize now as Darren Helm goes to the sin bin. Glendening versus Zibanejad, flanked by Lafreniere and Yamamoto. Face-off won by Detroit. Stetcher has it, will clear all the way down. As this should kill off, that was a huge face-off win, should kill off the first penalty. Now back to Zibanejad, so it's back to 5-on-4 now. Zibanejad circling. Zibanejad shot, oh, I think he hit the post. Again, ding-dong denied, goes the puck. As now circling, shot by Buchnevich, shot, rebound down low, Roenick gets it, cannot clear. Actually, he does as Trouba misplayed it. What else is new? Jacob Trouba along the left side now. Looking back towards Buchnevich, pinching in. Buchnevich shot saved by Bernier, and he'll hold with 8 seconds left in the period. 59 on the power play. Johnson versus Glendening. To the left of Bernier. Face-off won by Detroit. Seider has it. He will send it all the way down. This should end the period. Panarin gives chase. 2-1. That is all she wrote for the second. The Rangers score twice. Thus far, 0 for 1 on the power play. They'll have another minute on the man advantage. At the end of 40 minutes here, though, in Detroit, the Rangers 3, the Red Wings 1. We'll be back in a moment here to Little Caesars Arena. Rangers, as you see there. So after this one, hey, you guys got one more. We play 4 games a night, typically. Rangers out shooting Detroit 17-9, out hitting them 18-7, but Detroit dominating the face-off dot 13-5. The Detroit faithful hoping for a comeback as Darren Helm starts the third period in the sin bin. Glendening, Zibanejad, center ice. Third period underway, won actually by the Rangers. Lafreniere on a breakaway. Lafreniere backhand shot save, Bernier. Oh, goodness gracious. Detroit technically won the faceoff, but the puck just kind of sat there. Lafreniere jumped in front of it and then was off to the races. Not a great shot with the Red Wing defense on his tail, but still an opportunity nonetheless, as this one's won by Detroit for sure. Bertuzzi back the other way. Checked by Panarin. Fox gets it. He's checked by Bertuzzi. Holds on to it, though. Good job of bouncing off of him. Lafreniere to Zibanejad. Down low. Yamamoto shot save. Bernier short side. And he will hold with 14 seconds left on the power play. 19:22 left in the third. Face off to the left of Bernier, won by Detroit. Stetcher gets it, and then is destroyed by Yamamoto. Zibanejad pass is knocked away, back to Panarin. Panarin circling. Panarin down low as the power play expires. Panarin still circling, and then Panarin scores! The bread man delivers! Technically, it is not a power play goal, but that was set up by the power play, as Panarin's 40th of the season is true blue as he snipes one over the blocker of Bernier. And just like that, the Rangers are up 4-1. Helm had just gotten out of the sin bin. You actually saw him just regain the zone there in the back of the shot. You actually see him just returning onto the ice to try and help out. But it was too little, too late, as Panarin took his time, took his shot, and scored. Veleno, Zibanejad now. Yamamoto and Zibanejad the assist. Fabry gets another face-off win for Detroit. Veleno gets taken out there, but lets the puck forward at least. Lindgren poking it around. Fabry back to Veleno. Back across the cedar. The high rows. Down to Fabry. Misses wide. Fox gets the puck in the trapezoid. He had him beat, but he missed it wide. Panarin and Fox pass back and forth. Fox now down low, back to Panarin. Shot, save, rebound, and Zibanejad scores! The rebound off of Panarin's shot went right to Mika Zibanejad. No chance for Bernier. His 29th of the year, and the Rangers score twice quickly here in the third to make it 5-1. Strome versus Villano now at center ice. 3 minutes gone in the third. Panarin and Fox the assists on Zibanejad's 29th of the year. Another 2-point game for Panarin, which is good for him. Hopefully he's starting to snap out of that scoreless streak. Pass intercepted by Trouba, sends it around now to Lindgren. Or excuse me, to Yamamoto. Yamamoto now starting to break out. Yamamoto on the left side. Still on the left side. Circling back now. Yamamoto through a screen. Shot saved by Bernier. Strome gets it to Yamamoto. Circling shot. Misses wide. Kreider now circling. Kreider's shot. Deflected by Strome. Saved by Bernier off the right pad. This second line is really clicking, folks, as Strome from the right circle scores. Snipes it again. Ryan Strome, I believe, his 33rd of the year. And the Rangers are now up 6-1. Laying it on thick here in the third. I believe Kreider and Yamamoto should get the assists. Yamamoto's second assist of the night, that would be. Yes, indeed, as that faceoff's a one again by Detroit. Back over to Zadina. Good job by Buchnevich. Takes it away, but Zadina takes it right back. Larkin down low. One-timer. And Detroit is on the board again. Rangers scored 6 in a row. Or no, they scored 5 in a row. Excuse me, it was 1-1. 5 in a row. Tyler Bertuzzi's 24th of the year. There's a hockey smile for you. Bad turnover by Buchnevich. Larkin feeds the one-timer. Koskinen, no chance. And it's 6-2 as his own guys are tripping over themselves. Larkin versus Hedel now, center ice, 13:23 left in the period. Larkin and Zadina the assist. Face-off won by the Rangers, Hedel. Fox gains the zone. Fox back across, Hedel shot high and wide. The Kaiser might have got a piece of it. The Kaiser now circling in his own zone. Clock running out here on Detroit. Zadina taken out at neutral ice. Puck trickles into the Rangers zone. Fox gets it up to Hedel. Across ice to Lindgren, or at least it would have been a lift except for deflected. Lemieux has to get it. He gets it to Fox. Fox up to DiGiuseppe. Back across to Hedel. Hedel, they say he's offsides. I don't agree with that, but with 11 minutes to go, it'll be a neutral zone faceoff. As you see there, Panarin now, still solidly in fourth, was going basically goal for with Ovechkin. We're at 6-2 here in Detroit. J-Mo had a good game down in Dallas, actually, as this faceoff's won by the Rangers. Hyatt gets the puck. Trouba with it now. Panarin has ended his goalless streak. He scored 2 in 2 games now. As this shot goes out of play, deflected off of somebody's stick. We're about halfway through the third. But yeah, that's about it, J-Mo. And then after this, we play the Devils. Face-off won by Detroit to Kaiser. Up to Zadina. Zadina gets by Hayek. Down low, Trouba knocks it off his stick. Oh yeah, and Jacob Trouba's back in the lineup. He missed 2 games with a hamstring injury, but he's back. Lafreniere gets it, sends it around the boards to Hayek. Hayek now across the Lafreniere, up to Buchnevich, back across, tried to get back across, but Roenick intercepts. Zadina back the other way. Rasmussen to Bertuzzi, shot saved by Koskinen. Buchnevich again, now finally gets out of the zone after deflection. Up to Lafreniere, back to the Kaiser. Back up to Zadina, to Rasmussen. Down low, circling, back to the Kaiser, poked off his stick. Ryan with the puck, taken away by Buchnevich. Buchnevich gets it out of the zone. Up to Cedar. Cedar up to Rasmussen. Poked away. Hayek gets it. Hayek back up now to Buchnevich, intercepted by Ryan. Ryan circling back for the Red Wings. Nemstikanov down low. Shot saved by Koskinen, and he holds. Postseason will be very fun, J-Mo. Yes, indeed. Rangers up big here, trotting out the third and fourth lines more than not, trying to keep those first 2 lines rested and avoiding injury. Hedel versus Rasmussen, but my Rasmussen Nemeth shot blocked. Back the other way goes Brendan Lemieux. Lemieux racing against Nemeth, puts in the brakes, back to the point for Julius Honka. And Honka rattles it around the cage for, I believe, his 4th of the year. And the Rangers get the extra point. It's 7-2. Holy cow. Honka lets a slapper rip from the left circle. Honka, burning love. And the Rangers are up 7-2 here in Detroit. What a goal by Julius Honka. Bernier, no chance there. As it'll be Strome versus Villano now, less than 5 minutes to go here in the third. Lemieux and Hedel, actually his fifth of the year, excuse me. Lemieux and Hedel, the assists. Hirose gains the zone, poked away by Lindgren. Yamamoto goes and gets it now. Leaves it for Strome, cross ice to Kreider. Kreider poked away by Seider. Back up to Fabry. Fabry gets taken out. Puck kicks to Kreider. Oh, we got an injury here. Oh, and looks like some of the guys in Detroit might want to go. And indeed, they're going to go. Seider versus Kreider. Right hands from Kreider. And Seider gets one of his own in, but now Kreider, oh my goodness, like Pistons. Oh, just punching his face, rearranging it, and down goes Seider. And those two will head straight to the locker room with less than 5 minutes to go. No reason to go to the sin bin, as their nights are over after that fight. The Rangers winning everything here in Detroit, as down goes Seider. Rangers going to send out their fourth line just in case. Villano versus Hedel. Hey, you guys, we're after tonight we'll be 14 games away. So we're let's see, tomorrow will be 10. So probably I would say, because I'm going to play a little bit over the weekend, not a lot, but a little bit. I would say next week we'll start the playoffs. Down low, good job there in the poke check. Lost the puck. As because of Lindgren, as Hedel gets it up to Lemieux. Cross ice, intercepted by Villano. Villano gains the zone, taken out by Fox. Lindgren gets the puck, sends it back around to Panarin, to Fox. Prue, right now we're about to go 3-0. As Kravtsov puts on the brakes. Circling now, back to Lindgren. Lindgren is shot deflected, saved by the goalie Bernier. Nemeth with the puck now, back across to Zadina. Zadina along the left side, gets by Trouba, back to Bertuzzi, shot saved by Koskinen. Bertuzzi down, back to Larkin, shot is blocked, kicks into the pie slice, back across now, good stick lift. It's going to bounce all the way down. Bernier comes out, almost intercepted by Panarin. That would have been an easy goal. Bertuzzi gets sandwiched between two Rangers at center ice. Kravtsov taken down by Larkin. And now Panarin, shot save again by Bernier, looking for his second tonight. Strome circling now at the puck. His shot bounces towards the net. Panarin can't handle it. 10 seconds left here in the game. Bertuzzi now taken out. Loses the puck. Trouba gets it. Circling in his own zone. Back to Lindgren. Up to Strome. He'll get it out of the zone. Larkin, maybe one last shot. Easily sticked aside by Koskinen. And the Rangers win. Yeah, we're back down to pro, Jonathan. A lot of folks were kind of disappointed that more goals weren't being scored on All-Star. There's a lot of 4-3, 3-2, 2-1 games even. And so we bumped it back down. They want people. If the people want more goals, I will give them more goals. So your number 3 star with a goal and assist and a hit, Chris Kreider. So the Rangers outshot Detroit 28-14, out-hit them 27-11. Face-offs heavily in favor of Detroit, 23-7. Rangers 0-for-2 on the power play. Ryan Strome, a goal, an assist, and a hit. Your number 2 star. Again, that second line doing everything. Or a lot of it anyway. Shouldn't say everything. A little bit of everything with the fight, too, from Kreider. And your number 1 star with a goal, an assist, and 2 hits. Artemi Panarin. How about that? The bread man, the number 1 star. All right, we're going to now, of course, get us up to against the Devils. We're going to save the game. And I'm going to run real quick and get a quick commercial break just because and the Rangers clinch a playoff berth with that win. Here, game 67. I'm guessing because, yeah, it looks like Washington lost their last game, which means the floor went down, and they, of course, went up. So the Rangers get to clinch the first playoff berth, I believe. Oh, and Colorado. Both the Rangers and Colorado clinched yesterday. So, big deal there. We're officially in the playoffs. We're going to lose every game from here on out and still be a playoff team. I am going to be right back. I'm going to run a quick commercial, guys. I will be back in 1 minute. messages. All right, we are back. How's it going, everybody? Hope you are all well. Yes, back to raid tonight, JMO. What's up? You want to see the team? Not a problem, Steve. Go to edit lines real quick. So you can see here, right now, the top line is Zibanejad, Panarin, and Kravtsov. Usually Capo Caco is there, but he broke his foot. He's out the whole rest of the regular season. Then we have Ryan Strome, Chris Kreider, and Kyler Yamamoto. We traded Shesterkin and Brett Howden for Koskinen, a third-round pick, a defensive prospect, and Yamamoto, who's been a great addition to the offense. Our third line, Tyler Johnson, Alexei Lafreniere, and Pavel Buchnevich. Again, we traded Kevin Rooney and some picks and some a defensive prospect to Tampa. Yeah, he's on the third line, Steve. And then our fourth line, Philip Hedl, Phil DiGiuseppe, and Brendan Lemieux, which is great. And then on defense, Adam Fox, Ryan Lindgren, Libor Hayek, Jacob Trouba, Julius Honka, we picked up off of waivers from Dallas. John Moore, we traded Tony DeAngelo for Moore and a third-round draft pick because we wanted to get that bum out of New York as quickly as possible. And then also, real quick, we'll show you the scratches. So Lucas Walmark, we got in a trade for Julien Gauthier and a 7th-round pick to Chicago. So he's our backup center. Colin Miller made a couple of traded some prospects for him from Buffalo. He's one of our backup defensemen. And while Kako is injured, Brendan Smith is on the team. Smith will probably be sent down to the AHL once Kako returns. And actually, Kravtsov will be scratched. Kako will return to the starting lineup. Smith, it's his last year as a Ranger. His contract expires after this year. We are going to let him go because he makes $4.5 million and he's not worth it. And then, of course, our goalies. Marc-Andre Fleury and Mikko Koskinen. Again, we traded for Fleury. We sent Jack Johnson and Georgiev over to Vegas for Fleury and a third-round pick. Mostly because in the game, because the Ranger goalies are very young, both Shesterkin and Georgiev were susceptible to the first move against the computer all the time. And so what ended up happening was that after probably about 20 games with each of them, I realized I wasn't going to make a playoff run with those guys because they had about a save percentage combined of 84%, which is terrible, like atrocious for a starting goalie in the NHL. And both of them were down there. So I got rid of both of them. I got a couple of veterans. We're playing much better now. Yes, in the game, the AI has it where both Shesterkin and Georgiev would bite at the first move of anybody who would go against them. It was terrible AI. It was terrible AI. So in order to fix my team, I had to get rid of them. Yes, Steve, EA sucks with hockey. That is very true. So, well, yes, with a lot of things. Yes, that is very, very true. But yeah, so that's the team now. Yeah, strong up the middle. Obviously, I'm really happy with our 4 centers. Also, the chances are DiGiuseppe, Lemieux are probably gone after this year, so I'm also kind of and probably so is Lucas Walmark. So these guys we probably won't re-sign a lot of these guys. We need to save that money for like Strome and a lot of other folks whose contracts are expiring. So we need to we'll focus on those guys. But yeah, so let's jump in now. Last game of the night, Devils versus Rangers. Yeah, let's do it. Fleury should be back in net. In real life, Jonathan? Oh, God, I hate to say it. Boston looks really good. Colorado's going to be tough. I think Vegas is very good this year. I think you have a lot of teams in the West who can be contenders. But then again, they might exhaust themselves getting through the Western Conference, kind of like Dallas last year. And then they might have an easy time in the East. The Eastern team might have an easier time. Yeah, like I said, the Avs are very good, Steve. The Golden Knights are very good. Boston's very good. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Colorado versus Boston. I would rather see Colorado win than Boston. Again, I mean, I think that for Boston, obviously they have that production line. If you can shut down that production line, you can probably get by Boston, especially in the playoffs. My Rangers are not going anywhere. They're not even going to make the playoffs this year. But yeah, so those are my predictions. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised Boston versus Colorado, and I wouldn't be surprised if Colorado wins it all. Or Vegas, honestly. You got a lot of good teams in the West, but those two in particular. So, all right, last game. The Devils visiting the Rangers at Madison Square Garden in New York, New York. New York, New York. Love it. Hell of a town. Fleury back in net, 36-13. A 2.51 GAA, 89.1 save percentage, 3 shutouts. Sorry if your dogs are barking after that terrible singing attempt. Corey Crawford in net for the Devils, 90.7 save percentage, 29-18-1, a 2.79 GAA, including 2 shutouts. He got lit up the other night against the Rangers when the Devils came to New York last time. Heischer versus Zibanejad, and we are underway. Mika Zibanejad wins it back to Lindgren, now up to Fox, up to Kravtsov. Kravtsov has his pocket picked by Heischer. Gaining the zone now. He's taken out by Fox. Puck kicks back to Kravtsov. Kravtsov circling in his own zone. Looking for an outlet pass. Instead, will take it himself and gain the blue line. Kravtsov now with the puck. Kicks it back to Fox. Fox keeps it in. Down to Zibanejad. Zibanejad circling. Shot. Saved by Crawford. Down low. Poked away again by Crawford to Johnson. Johnson now gains the zone. Down low. Back. His pass intercepted by Kravtsov up to Panarin. Panarin on a two-game goal streak. Subban pokes it away from him, kicks it to Lindgren. Fox recovers it, back to Lindgren now, up to Kravtsov. Kravtsov on the left side, 3-on-2, down low, intercepted by Murray there. Oh, the one place Kravtsov couldn't put it is where he put it. Sent deep now by the Devils, Lindgren will get it in the trapezoid. Back to Kravtsov, up to Panarin. Panarin gains the zone around Subban, shot saved by Crawford, and he'll freeze it in the crease. There you go, exactly, J-Mo. That's what video games are for. To give us that fantasy that our teams are good enough to win it all. Hughes versus Strome now to the left of Crawford. Face-off won by the Rangers. Yamamoto has his pocket picked, though, by Gusev. Gusev back the other way, sends it over to Palmieri. Palmieri, oh, what a spin move. Down low, shot saved by Fleury, and he will freeze the puck now. With about 6 minutes gone. You see there, Gusev, 12 goals, 35 assists, leads the Devils with 47 points. Devils not a high offense team. Strome versus Hughes again. Face-off won this time by Hughes. Butcher shot, saved by Fleury with the glove. It bounces over the glass, and we'll do it again. Really relying on Crawford in net there. Of course, in real life, Crawford retired. Strome versus Hughes again. This time, Strome wins it. So he's won 2 of 3 against Hughes tonight. Kreider now, down low, back to Yamamoto. Yamamoto shot! Oh, and he thread the needle! He beats Crawford glove side. A beautiful feed there from Kreider. His 28th of the year, his 13th as a Ranger. And the Rangers are up 1-0. What a shot there by Yamamoto as he goes glove side over Crawford's mitt. No chance. Might have been screened a bit by Butcher there. Just a little slow. Take care, 31B. Have a good night, buddy. So, Jonathan, I will watch March Madness, but I have no idea who's even in the tournament this year. Johnson versus Hughes now at center ice. Like, I do not pay attention at all to the college basketball regular season. Until the tournament starts, I don't care. Shot saved by Fleury there in the right leg. Hayek up to Johnson. Back now to Buchnevich across to Hughes. I'm not a big college sports guy in general, and it looks like the Devils are going to get called, are going to get a penalty, actually. They're going to call cross-checking on one of the Rangers. And Trouba's going to go to the sin bin for 2. I don't know about that. I don't agree with the call either. They're calling interference, excuse me. I don't know. Hedl versus Hughes now to the right of Fleury. Face-off won by Hughes. Back to Butcher. Back to Severson. Shot saved by Fleury. Into the corner. Bratt back to Hughes. Down low. Shot saved. Rebound. Zaka scores. Ranger defenseman, because it wasn't the guy I wanted to control. I wanted the winger. Pavel Zaka gets his 9th of the year on the power play, and we're tied at 1. Not really, J-Mo. Not until the playoffs. Like, I really just don't care about college sports at all. Growing up in New Jersey, guys, you got to understand, we don't have good college teams. That's fine that it's a juggernaut. I don't care. I really don't care at all. I don't care about college sports whatsoever. I grew up in Jersey. New York, New Jersey do not have good sports colleges. That's just a fact. They have, like, good education colleges. That's what, it's... I'll watch the playoffs. I'll watch Notre Dame here or there. Maybe Ohio State, but, like, I really don't care. Johnson versus Heischer to the left of Crawford. Face off one with the Devils. Tennyson now up to Hoffman. Poked away. I mean, that's the thing, guys. You got to understand, like, when you don't have a team to root for, it's hard to get into a sport. It just is, right? Like, as Tennyson gains the zone. Trouba now out of the sim bin up to Lafreniere. Lafreniere back to Buchnevich. Tries to get it to Johnson, but misses. Tennyson back the other way. Like, who am I supposed to root for? Alabama? One-time shot goes wide. Johnson has the puck. Step for step with him is Buchnevich. Now down the left side. Johnson circling. Johnson's shot. Good stick save by Crawford. Might have hit the shaft of the stick as it kept it out just barely. Back across to Hoffman. I'll say this. I'll play college sports games. Video games. Like, I'm looking forward to the EA Sports NCAA college football. Yeah, no, see, exactly. And, like, that's the thing. If I had to choose, like, I'm probably a Notre Dame fan, I guess, right? But, like, that's, again, you know, if I have to choose. Panarin to Lindgren or Rutgers, maybe, right? But Rutgers is terrible. Johnson, across shot, one-timer, rebound, Kravtsov, saved by Crawford. Bratt back up to Lewis. Lewis checked off the puck hard. Sends it deep. And getting there is Fox. Fox up to Kravtsov, kicked away. Fox, though, can't keep it going. Subban now back the other way. Good job by Lewis initially, as he'll send it deep now. Lindgren will recover it. Lindgren, pass up to Panarin, gets behind the defense. Artemi Panarin. Panarin shot saved by Crawford. He stuck with Panarin the whole way, knew what he was trying to go for. As Bratt now over to Merkley. Sends it around the boards to Moore. Moore will get there in the trapezoid and up to Yamamoto. Yamamoto by himself. Yamamoto down low, back now towards Fox, down low Kreider. Strome with the puck, few seconds left, clock ticking, and Strome scores! 2 seconds left in the period. Ryan Strome finds the back of the net, and it's 2-1 New York on his 34th of the year. You know, J-Mo, I thought about that. I have it somewhere. NCAA football. I mean, I'd have to break out my PS3. I think that's what I had it for, like, to play it. I don't think PS5 plays PS3 games. Yeah, I know. It's very stupid, J-Mo. I know. It's all of this legal BS. Just pay the players already for their likeness. Come on. At the end of 20 here at Madison Square Garden, Rangers up 2-1. Devils 1 for 1 on the power play. They've won 6 of 9 faceoffs, but the Rangers out-hitting the Devils 6-5, out-shooting the Devils 9-7, and of course outscoring them 2-1. We'll head back now to the second period here in New York. Zibanejad versus Heischer. Center ice. Second period underway. Face-off one of the Devils back to Subban. Subban gaining the zone across to Hoffman. Hoffman now down low. One-timer missed the net. He had Fleury beat. Fox now long pass for Kravtsov behind the defense. Kravtsov coming in. Shot saved by Crawford and out of play. Heischer versus Strome now to the right of Crawford. Face-off won by the Devils. Johnson gets the puck off the face-off. Circling the neutral ice, gets it up to Heischer now, gaining the zone. Heischer down low, checked by a pair of Rangers. Getting it back around the boards, but intercepted by Hoffman. And then Strome checks him hard, and it kicks to Yamamoto, who pushes it forward to Kreider. Tries to make a pass, but can't. Good job by Subban to intercept. And now Hoffman, running away from Yamamoto, sends it back to Subban. Subban gains the zone. Down low, shot saved by Fleury, rebound. Good, nicely corralled by Trouba, saving would have been an easy goal. as Trouba gains the blue line. Back now to Strome. Shot, rebound, save again by Crawford. 2 great shots there on the short side. And Crawford looking at his defense like, what the heck are you guys doing? Or not doing? Hughes versus Johnson now to the left of Crawford. By the way, did you guys see that new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer today, or that new video game? Anybody else as excited about that as I am? Buchnevich super hit hard. Lafreniere gets the puck. Back across to Honka. Honka shot saved by Crawford, and he will hold. 5 minutes gone here in the second. Johnson versus Hughes. Another face-off win by Johnson. Back to Honka. Back to Moore. Along the blue line. More shot saved by Crawford. Knocked out of play off the blocker. Again, we'll do it again. Johnson versus Hughes. This time Hughes wins it to Palmieri. Over to Gusev. Knocked off the puck. Yeah, dude, I am a huge Turtles fan. I grew up with those games. Right? Like, so they have a special place in my heart. The Rangers are going to be called for another penalty. It looks like a trip here. Oh, yeah, for sure, J-Mo. I mean, again, I grew up on the original show back in 1987. Right? Like, as Lafreniere, Alexis Lafreniere said they called the trip on him. Like a little bit of incidental contact there. These refs real quick with the whistle tonight to help the Devils out. Face-off won by the Devils. Zacha down low. Shot saved by Fleury. Left in the corner for Hayek. Hayek up to Hedel. Hedel will send it deep. Giving chase. And getting there first is Butcher, but Zibanejad right in his tail. Butcher now back the other way. Up to Bratt. Half a minute gone here. Good check there by Lindgren. Lindgren fighting with Bratt for the puck. Back to Hughes. Hughes down low. Intercepted by Hayek. Hayek now will try and clear. At least get it out of the zone, but Butcher knocks it down at center ice. And back up to Zacha quickly. Zibanejad, nice hit there. To Lindgren. To Hedel. He's offsides. With a 55 seconds gone here in the penalty kill. And that's what this game is based on. The 87 Turtles. The old Turtles. My Turtles. Heischer versus Johnson now. One back by Johnson to Moore. Moore will send it deep. Going around and getting it is along with Subban is DiGiuseppe. Rangers, good job here on the forecheck as they're trying to kill the penalty. Trouba now versus Hoffman. 2-on-2, 3-on-2. Gusev shot. Oh, and he went 5-hole on Fleury. And Fleury can't believe it. That should have been an easy save. Instead, it looked like it phased through him. Gusev's 13th of the year. And it's 2-2. Oh, I don't think they're going to... Are they talking about that, J-Mo? I haven't heard anything about that. I don't think they're going to change the Devil's name. The Jersey Devil's like a thing, man. Like, that's like a legit thing, like, in our mythology. Like, I mean, I hate the Devils. Like, but, like... Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good game, J-Mo. I think it's going to be a good game. I hate the Devils, but I don't think... Don't change the logo. Don't change the mascot. Come on. The Washington football team, I get. The Cleveland baseball team, I get. Even the Kansas City football team, I get why people might want to change that. But the Devils? Leave them. Strome shot blocked there by Subban. Kreider now backhand shot saved by Crawford. Johnson versus Heischer to the left of Crawford. Face-off won by the Devils. Hoffman with the puck. Circling, trying to get away from Buchnevich. Across to Heischer. Still can't believe Fleury gave up that softie in the 5-hole. Oh, Lafreniere gets the loose puck. Good check at the blue line. Up to Buchnevich. Poked away. Back up to Hayek. Lieber Hayek shot. Save. A high shot by Crawford. And he will hold. Hughes versus Zibanejad. Face-off won by the Rangers. Zibanejad shot deflected wide. Panarin gets it, kicks it around to Kravtsov. Kravtsov circling now. Back across the Moore. John Moore shot through a screen. Crawford might have got a piece of it. Kravtsov loses the puck, kicked away by Palmieri. Palmieri back to the way for the Devils. Good shot there by Moore. Hughes gets by him. It's 2-on-2. Gusev now, who had the game-tying goal a few moments ago. Hughes shot saved by Fleury. Moore with the puck up to Kravtsov. Back up to Panarin. Back to Kravtsov. Back to Panarin. Loses it there. Moore tries to keep it onside, but can't. It'll be a neutral zone face-off. Hughes versus Hedel on the Devils' side of neutral ice. Face-off won again by the Devils. Severson with the puck. Checked by Lemieux and Hedel. He gets taken out. Hedel gets it. Sends it deep. Giving chase and getting it there with Butcher. Butcher back across to Severson. Up to Gusev. Gusev now down low. 2-on-1. Hughes checked from behind by Lemieux. Good job by Brendan Lemieux. Hughes fights for it though. Fleury gets it. Leaves it in the corner for Fox. Fox gets it now up to Hedel. Up to DiGiuseppe. DiGiuseppe has it poked away, but Fox is right there. Fox gains the blue line. Fox in the right circle. Shot saved by Crawford with the blocker. Beautiful shot, better save. Hedel up to Brendan Lemieux. Lemieux down low, poked away from DiGiuseppe to Merkley. Merkley circling in his own zone, chased by 2 Rangers, gets it cross ice to Bratt. 3 minutes left here in the second of a 2-2 game. Big hit at center ice. Lindgren now at the puck for the Rangers. Lindgren gets taken out. Puck is loose. Going around getting it though, there's Strome. Strome is circling. Strome had the second goal for the Rangers. Misses high and wide. Bratt gets it now. Puck knocked off his stick, but he recovers in the right pie slice. Cross ice to Merkley. Merkley gets it up to Lewis. Lewis now off the stick from hit off the stick of Yamamoto. Trouba back the other way. A minute left here in the second. Trouba to Strome. Down low. Kreider shot saved by Crawford. Fighting forward on the Devils with only a few seconds left here in the period. Oh, big hit there by Kreider. Strome comes away with it. Can he do it twice? Strome shot blocked. Yamamoto shot saved Crawford as the period expires. At the end of 40 minutes of play at Madison Square Garden, the Devils in the power play 2 for 2 tonight. They've tied it up. And at the end of 40, it's a 2-2 game. Rangers out shooting Devils 17-12, out hitting them 17-12. Devils have won 13 of 20 faceoffs. That's a 65% clip. As we get ready to start the third, will we have a winner here? Will this be the deciding period? Hischier, Zibanejad, center ice. We are underway. Murray now at the puck. Gives it over to Subban. Another faceoff win for the Devils. He is tripped up clearly there by Lindgren. No doubt about that one. And again, the Rangers on the penalty kill. They have not killed the penalties well tonight against the Devils. As this one is won by Hedel. Back to John Moore. 2 for 2 on 5 shots. Moore cross ice to Hedel. Hedel will send it all the way down. Zibanejad will give chase. We'll get there first. Down to Hedel. Can't get the one-timer. Hedel, though, killing more time. Finally, Hischier gets it. 30 seconds gone here on the power play. Gusev taken out at center ice by Moore. Now Trouba gets it. Trouba will send it all the way down. Giving chases Subban. Harassed by Zibanejad. Rangers really hitting here to start the period off. The Devils are gonna score. They're gonna pay. Shot saved by Fleury. Leaves it in the trapezoid for Moore. Moore up to DiGiuseppe. Across to Hedel. Hedel, shot saved by Crawford. He leaves it actually for Subban. Hedel, bad turnover, saved by Crawford. Short-handed opportunity again for the Rangers with 35 seconds left here on the penalty kill. Bratt trying to gain the zone. Shot saved by Fleury, leaves it for Moore. Moore will send it around the boards. Getting it is DiGiuseppe. DiGiuseppe up to Hedel. Hedel will send it all the way down. 4 minutes. Hey, you guys, 4 minutes of the periods. Worst umpire. Oh, Angel Hernandez. By far, Angel Hernandez as the Rangers finally kill off a power play. Devils, though, 3-on-2. Shot saved by Fleury. Back the other way, down low, Palmieri. Looking for a pass. Now circling around. Shot down low, saved by Fleury. Hischier trying to get it through. Still, the Rangers cannot get a change. Finally, it's kicked away, and Lindgren gets it out of the sin bin now. Lindgren cross ice to Kreider. Back over to Strome, intercepted by Subban. Rangers finally get some fresh legs out there. Big hit at center ice. Blows up everybody. Kreider back the other way. He gets taken out, but he still controls the puck in the pie slice. Kreider down, back to the point. Shot, one-timer saved by Crawford, and he holds. Angel Hernandez, by far, is the worst umpire in baseball. It makes me sick that he wants him and Jerry West. But Hernandez 1, West 2. Zacha versus Johnson to the left of Crawford. Face-off won by the Devils. Wood has the puck now. Wood sends it deep, giving chases Jacob Trouba. 6 minutes gone. Actually, it went right by, bounced over his stick, but it still goes to Johnson. Johnson now leaves it for Trouba, up to Lafreniere. Lafreniere along the left boards. Back now towards the slot. Johnson there, deflection shot saved by Crawford. Zacha now up to Murray. Murray gets laid out there by Hayek. Hayek, though, favorite return by Zajac. 2-on-1. Down low, shot saved by Fleury. Leaves it for Buchnevich. Pavel Buchnevich up to Lafreniere. Lafreniere makes a move at center ice. Crisscrossing with I believe that, I'm not sure who that was, actually. But now Zacha back the other way. Zaka tripped up a little bit, controls the puck, holds on to it, does Fleury. Another big save for Flower. Oh, for sure, J-Mo. Honestly, a lot of these home plate umpires, I can't wait till the electronic strike zone takes over. I can't wait till these guys are all fired. Or at least don't have to do home plate anymore. Zibanejad, Hughes wins it back to Severson. Shot misses wide. Panarin gets it, sends it around the boards to Kravtsov. Back to Honka. Julius Honka up to Zibanejad. Zibanejad now to the left side. Back across to Panarin. Pinching in, shot, and Artemi Panarin scores! Rattling it around the cage is the Breadman! As the Rangers take the 3-2 lead here, halfway through the third on Panarin's 41st of the year. The Breadman delivers, and just like that, it's 3-2 New York. Hughes versus Strome now, center ice, 9.5 left here in the period. Zibanejad and Honka the assists. So Panarin now scored 3 goals in 3 games. That's 3 straight games with a goal for him, as it looks like he's starting to find his touch again. Severson now has it knocked off his stick, kicks to Butcher, though. Gusev has it. He's taken out at the blue line by Lindgren. Lindgren will send it back into the Rangers zone to regroup. In the trapezoid, he is there and sends it up to Kreider on the break on. Kreider behind the defense. Kreider moves down low. Shot, save, short side there. Might have been actually past the cage there, a little late to make a move by Crawford, as Hoffman now, he's checked hard by Fox but controls the puck. Back to Severson, down low to Palmieri. He gets laid out. Fox back the other way to Kreider again. Kreider again against Severson. This time an easy slap shot. Big rebound, though, given up by Crawford. Save against Strome. Hughes now back the other way after a couple of hard shots there by the Rangers. Hughes cross ice to Hoffman. Hoffman gets knocked off the puck, and there is Lindgren. Long pass for Panarin. He's knocked off the bit by Tennyson. Tennyson has it not intercepted, though, and here comes the Breadman once again. Panarin back to Fox. Fox shot short side. Zibanejad trying to bury the rebound, can't. Hoffman gets it in the trapezoid. Back around 4 minutes to go here in the third. Rangers trying to hold on 3-2. Heischer now through neutral ice. Gains the zone with a nifty move. Down to the right circle. Has his pocket picked, though, by Mika Zibanejad with 3 minutes left in the period. Zibanejad now, Kravtsov now moving along the left side. Soft shot saved by Crawford. He will freeze the puck as the Rangers need a change. Rangers got a big road trip coming up to Canada. Lewis versus Hedel now to the right of Crawford. Face-off won by Hedel to Hayek. Circling, shot, misses high and wide. Lemieux gets it. Down low, DiGiuseppe misses, and Lemieux, though, gets his own rebound and scores! DiGiuseppe tried to jam it home against Crawford. The puck popped up in the air, and Lemieux finds it and bats it in for his 13th of the year. Brendan Lemieux, holy cow! That's a huge goal for the Rangers here late in the third. Some much-needed insurance to possibly seal the deal with this one with 1:45 left. DiGiuseppe and Hayek the assists. Connor Carrick now over to Tennyson. Tennyson's shot is blocked. Kicks to Moore. Back to Merkley. His pocket picked by Hedel. Moore gets it again. DiGiuseppe up to Hedel. 2-on-1. Hedel tries to make a pass, but it's nicely knocked down. Tennyson gets the loose puck. Back come the Devils. There goes Crawford to the bench as Moore gets blown up. Honka gets the puck. Julius Honka now. Pass up to Philip DiGiuseppe. He's knocked off of it. Honka gets the loose puck. Honka now throws it towards the empty net. And Julius Honka, slamming into the boards, gets the empty netter. His 6th of the year. The nail in the coffin. The Rangers are going to win this one at least 5-2. J-Mo, I'm perfectly fine with there being women coaches in baseball. If they offer insight, I know I talk to a lot of athletes and they're like, I don't care what they are, who they are, where they came from. If they can give me a competitive advantage and help me to win, I'm all for it. So I kind of mirror that statement and mirror that mindset. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with them. Like, I mean, look, women can't play pro baseball. They can't play. Actually, baseball, I'm not gonna lie. Baseball might be the one sport that women, if they could hit the ball as far, could probably play. Because it's not that physical, right? It's not like football where you're crashing into each other. As Heischer scores with 20 seconds left, right? Like, It's not like hockey where there's this, like, honestly, like, being bigger and having more muscle mass gives a clear advantage to one sex over the other as Heister gets his 15th of the year. He's made a nice move there in the bottom of the slot right in front of the crease. But, you know what I mean? In baseball, if they could hit the ball as far, I don't see why not. They can catch the ball. Like, it's, the equipment's mostly the same as, going to the bench is Crawford. Lafreniere, offsides. 10 seconds left. But yeah, so I'm fine with women in baseball. Just no crying in baseball. But I'm bummed. And same thing for basketball, right? Like, I mean, obviously, there's a physical aspect. Being taller obviously leads to, as the Rangers are going to get called, the game's over, actually. Looks like the Rangers are going to get called for a penalty, but it doesn't matter as the clock ticks down. So the Rangers win 5-3. But yeah, dude, I think you're seeing that in all sports where if someone can give us a competitive advantage, I don't care what they look like, what their sex is, who they love. If they can help me and my team win, I'm okay with it. It's that simple. So the Rangers salute the Garden Faithful, win 5-3, outshot the Devils 30-19. Brendan Lemieux, your third star with a goal. Out hitting the Rangers 27-19. The Rangers out hit the Devils 27-19. Devils out won almost two-thirds of the faceoffs, 21-9. DiGiuseppe 2 assists and a hit. Devils 2 for 3 on the power play. It's what kept them in the game as long as they did. Julius Honka, a goal and an assist, including the empty netter. Your number one star. Oh, for sure, J-Mo. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Yeah, but that's, yeah, no, that's the thing. I think that's I think it's a good viewpoint too, because it's mine. So, but yeah, I think that's kind of how it is. I want to win. Winning trumps everything. It just does. It just does. So, yeah, I don't care. You can get the USA softball team out in the Yankee Stadium. If that brings New York another championship, I'm okay with it. Like, I don't care. But that's just me. So this will be good tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow we will be playing Canadian trip: Edmonton, Vancouver, Calgary, and then down to Minnesota before we come back home to play Detroit, which will be next week. So 4 games here in 6 days for the Rangers coming up. Tomorrow night we'll see that. Edmonton, Vancouver, Calgary, and Minnesota as we continue to march through. And actually tomorrow we'll be playing on March 11th. What would have been, if there was a regular season and no COVID, the game on March 11th would be the Rangers visiting the Oilers. So there you go. But yeah, we're going to save this one, and that'll do it for us tonight. Thank you all for tuning in, as always. I really greatly appreciate it. Just a little bit short of 2 hours here as we hit the 9 o'clock mark. Had some technical difficulties that you guys didn't see beforehand. Otherwise, we would have started a minute early instead of 2 minutes late, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. If you're on the East Coast, happy Thursday, as it's just crossed midnight. Thank you, hey, you guys. I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for joining. Thank you to the couple of new followers we had tonight. I saw somebody named Anna followed. I hope everybody else who joined. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have yourselves a great rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow for more NHL hockey. Good night, guys.